Jeannie Seely, whose real name is Marilyn Jeanne Seely, born on July 6, 1940, and passed away on August 1, 2025, was a renowned American country music figure known for her distinctive voice and heartfelt performances. Widely recognized for her Grammy-winning song, Don't Touch Me from 1966, she earned the nickname Miss Country Soul, thanks to her emotional and soulful vocal style. Over her extensive career, she became one of the most enduring members of the Grand Ole Opry, making over 5,300 appearances since joining in 1966. Jeannie Seely had an estimated net worth of $1.4 million at the time of her demise. She accumulated the impressive sum from her successful career, endorsements, and business ventures. Jeannie Seely was born in Titusville, Pennsylvania, and spent her childhood on a farm near Townville. She was the youngest of 4 children, raised in a household that deeply appreciated music. Her father played the banjo and square danced, while her mother often sang around the home. By age 11, Seely was already performing on local radio, and not long after, she began appearing on television. Despite excelling in high school both academically and socially, she was teased for her love of country music and her modest upbringing. After graduating in 1958, Seely started working at a bank and took night classes at the American Banking Institute. A winter storm one Easter left her stranded, sparking her decision to move to California in search of a warmer climate and a new life. In Beverly Hills, she initially worked in banking before taking a significant pay cut to become a secretary at Imperial Records, where she immersed herself in the music scene. She also performed on a local television program called Hollywood Jamboree. In California, Seely began writing songs for 4-Star Music. One of her early co-written songs, Anyone Who Knows What Love Is Will Understand, was recorded by Irma Thomas and made it onto the pop charts in 1964. Other notable compositions followed, including tracks recorded by Connie Smith, Dottie West, and Norma Jean. This songwriting success led to a brief contract with Challenge Records and her first studio sessions in Nashville in 1964. Encouraged by friend and songwriter Hank Cochran and supported by Dottie West, Seely moved to Nashville in 1965. Cochran introduced her to Monument Records after playing her a new song he'd written, Don't Touch Me. The song became a massive hit, peaking at number 2 on the country charts and earning Seely a Grammy for Best Female Country Vocal Performance. This breakthrough also led to her being invited to join the Grand Ole Opry in 1967. Seely released several successful singles following her debut, including A Wanderin' Man and I'll Love You More Than You Need, many of which were penned by Cochran, whom she later married. Her early albums, including The Seely Style and Thanks, Hank, received strong acclaim and helped establish her as a major figure in country music. In the late 1960s, Seely began collaborating with Jack Green, forming a successful musical duo. Their duet, Wish I Didn't Have to Miss You, became a top 5 hit in 1969, and they released several albums together while touring extensively across the US and Europe. Seely's solo career also flourished during this period, with hits like Can I Sleep in Your Arms and Lucky Ladies. In 1977, Seely was involved in a serious car accident that resulted in multiple injuries and temporarily slowed her career. Nevertheless, she remained active, later appearing in the film Honeysuckle Rose and acting in several stage plays throughout the 1980s and 1990s. She also became the first woman to host the Grand Ole Opry and even opened a nightclub in Nashville. The 1990s saw Seely return to recording with a self-titled album, followed by a Christmas album and a covers project featuring artists like Willie Nelson. She continued to receive recognition for her songwriting, contributing to Ralph Stanley's Clinch Mountain Sweethearts and releasing the critically praised Life's Highway in 2003. As an actress, Seely performed in various stage productions, including Always Patsy Cline and The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. She also starred in Could It Be Love, a musical comedy that ran for several years. Despite personal and professional setbacks, including the loss of her Nashville home in the 2010 floods, Seely remained active in music, releasing albums like Vintage Country and Written in Song. She also became a host on Sirius XM's Willie's Roadhouse with her show, Sundays with Seely. In 2020, Seely released an American classic to mark her 80th birthday. The album featured collaborations with Willie Nelson and other artists, and was praised by critics for its depth and quality. She followed up with a cover of Dottie West's Suffer Time in 2024. Although she performed less frequently toward the end of her life due to health concerns, she continued to engage with her fans and contribute to the country music scene. On a personal note, Seely was married twice. Her first husband, Hank Cochran, not only helped shape her career, but also wrote many of her early hits. Their marriage ended in the late 1970s, but Seely continued to speak highly of his influence on her music. In 2010, she married Nashville attorney Gene Ward. They renewed their vows in 2019, but Ward sadly passed away in December 2024. Seely herself died 8 months later, in August 2025, due to an intestinal infection. Seely's impact on country music extended beyond her vocal talent. She was a trailblazer for female artists in a male-dominated industry. Known for her bold fashion choices, she famously challenged opry norms by wearing a miniskirt on stage, helping to modernize the appearance of female performers. Writers have noted her influence in paving the way for artists who followed her, like Lori Morgan, Barbara Mandrell, and Carly Pearce. Her artistry was marked by emotional vulnerability and soulfulness. Songs like Don't Touch Me tackled themes of desire and intimacy, breaking ground for how women could express themselves in country music. Other songs, such as Can I Sleep in Your Arms and It's Only Love, touched on loneliness and heartache, resonating deeply with audiences. She also explored topics like drug use in songs such as Who Needs You. Jeannie Seely's legacy has been recognized through numerous honors. She was a regular Grand Marshal in her hometown parades, received a star on the Music City Walk of Fame in 2018, and was honored by Billboard for her enduring song, Anyone Who Knows What Love Is. In 2019, she was awarded an honorary degree from Lincoln Memorial University, and artifacts from her career were featured in the Country Music Hall of Fame's exhibit, American Currents. Throughout her life, Seely remained close to the traditions of country music while pushing its boundaries. She brought a sense of emotional authenticity to every performance and helped redefine the role of women in the genre. Her unwavering commitment to music, ability to adapt through changing times, and legacy of heartfelt songs have made her a beloved and enduring figure in American music history. And with that, thanks for watching. Give us a like, share with friends, and please subscribe.